All right, good afternoon, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started with this afternoon's default judgment docket set for Wednesday, March the 23rd. I noticed that some of you have logged on virtually. We have two people here in person. I am going to call those two that are in person first, and then I will get to you who are appearing via our online method here shortly. Let's get started with CL 21-30038H, Discover Bank versus Julian Rosas. Mr. Rosas is present in person. Mr. Rosas, good afternoon. Can you hear me? And Carlos, I believe it's on mute.
Good afternoon.
All right. Mr. Rosas, do you have an attorney, sir?
Sí, ¿tiene abogado? ¿Abogado?
Para la cuenta de estas, agarré unos abogados que me hace 3 años.
For these accounts, I got an attorney about 3 years ago.
Cada mes me están quitando 298 para arreglar todas las cuentas.
And every month they're taking off $298 to fix all the accounts.
El primer pago me lo quitaron en 10/25 del 2019.
October 25th of
Aquí tengo
2019.
todos los papeles.
I have all the paperwork here.
Mr. Cabrera, are you aware that this might be a part of a debt consolidation?
Primer pago.
Not according to our records, Your Honor. That's new. There's no answer on file, and I haven't. According to our records, I've heard nothing about a debt consolidation,
Okay.
a DNC at all.
Mr. Riojas,
Let me double check.
yeah, first and foremost, let me take his appearance here today as a general appearance, and
Okay.
so that will negate the default judgment for today. Mr. Rosas, I'm sorry, Mr. Rosas, we do need a phone number and an address where we can send you correspondence. Can you provide me with a phone number first?
Necesitamos un número de teléfono por usted. ¿Me puede dar el número de teléfono?
956
956
500
500
1427.
1427.
And an address where you receive mail.
¿Puedo recibir correspondencia?
1017
1017
Norte 27 y media,
North.
McAllen.
27th and a half in McAllen.
And the zip code?
78501.
78501.
And you have not had any communication with any representative from Discover Bank, is that correct, sir?
Usted no ha tenido nada de comunicación con nadie de Discover, del Banco Discover?
No hablo inglés.
No, I don't speak English.
All right. Do you have an email or do you not have an email and that's why you appeared here in person today?
¿Tiene un correo electrónico o no tienes? Por eso te presentaste aquí hoy en persona.
No tengo correo electrónico.
I don't have an email.
No sé ni usarlo.
I don't know even how to use it.
Me presenté porque tengo la carta que tenía aquí que me mandaron,
I appeared because I received this letter that y'all sent,
firmada por el juez.
signed by the judge.
Okay, Mr. Rosas, what do you have any information or any documentation about the debt consolidation that you're paying off? Do you have any information that would help Mr. Cabrera, who represents Discover Bank?
¿Tiene usted alguna información o documentación con el programa que está haciendo los pagos? Que le puede ayudar al abogado Cabrera tocante Discover Bank.
No tengo información, me lo quitan automáticamente del banco cada 25 del mes.
I don't have any information. They withdraw it from my bank account every 25th of the month.
Y estos son todos los papeles que me dieron cuando hice el contrato con ellos.
This is all the paperwork that I have here where I did a contract with them.
All right, and does it say what accounts that covers?
Y indica que cuentas cubre ahí.
Sí,
Yes.
And is, to your knowledge, is Discover Bank or is Discover a Discover card one of those?
Y que usted sepa, una cuenta de Discover es una de ellas.
sí.
Yes.
All right.
All I'll say, Your Honor, is I double checked in our records. We have no record of the debt consolidation. And according to our records, the last payment, I don't know what they're doing with his money, Mr. Rosas's money, but our last payment on record is September 11th, 2019.
All right, Carlos, will you let him know that? And then what I'll probably end up doing is getting a copy of that, Mr. Cabrera, and then we're gonna, from our office, we'll have to send that to you.
Okay.
Because I really doubt that he's gonna be able to do that for you.
¿Qué hice yo? Y luego ya después, ellos iban a encargar de...
I made that payment on the 11th of September, and then they were gonna take over.
Okay, I think, let me do this. Let me give this a 30-day reset, and then I will make a copy of that, or my staff will make a copy of what he has. Mr. Cabrera, we will mail that off to your office directly from our office. So
Okay.
that we can kind of serve as, at least at this point, some sort of a intermediary, because I don't suspect that he would know how to get that maybe to you.
Yes, Your Honor. And just to confirm, his appearance constituted an answer, correct?
Correct,
Just,
yes.
okay.
Yes. His appearance here today does constitute an answer.
Okay.
All right, a reset date for 30 days would put us a little bit further, just because we're gonna have to send. All right, April 27th.
Okay. At
And
what
that
time,
would
Your
be
Honor?
At 2 o'clock.
Okay.
A regresar el 27 de abril a las 2 de la tarde.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna do it 9:30.
9:30? Okay.
Yes, 9:30.
9:30.
9:30.
Yes, 9:30.
Y ahorita vamos a ver copias.
Y yo, cuando ya dejé de hacer los pagos, porque estaba al corriente.
All right, Carlos, will you let him know that he does have to be here on the 27th at 9:30 in person, since he doesn't have any other means of logging on through Zoom. And we'll send that correspondence to Mr. Cabrera.
9 de la mañana. Vamos a agarrar copias de sus documentos para mandárselos al abogado.
Any other questions, Mr. Rosas?
¿Alguna otra pregunta,
Sí.
señor Rosas?
No.
No.
All right,
No quería arreglar esto de que, o sea, son los que me están arreglando todas las cuentas.
I just wanted to get this fixed, since they are the ones that are fixing all my accounts.
all right. We'll forward that information to Mr. Cabrera so he can look into it.
Vamos a mandar toda esa información al abogado Cabrera.
Ok.
Okay.
All right, give that to Mr. Pettis and he'll make a copy of it for us. Okay, we do have one other person here, number 47, I believe. 45. And that is CL 201706H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Raquel Ayala.
Yes. Good afternoon, Judge. Jessica Olson-Jong on behalf of the plaintiff.
She is making her way to the back. All right, good afternoon, Ms. Ayala. This is CL 201706H. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon.
Ms. Ayala, are you represented by an attorney?
¿Presenta un abogado? No.
Have you had any communication with any representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates in reference to a debt that they're seeking to collect?
¿Ha tenido usted comunicación con algún representante de esta compañía de portfolio de una deuda que ellos están tratando de colectar? No, but I know that I owe it.
All right. Ms. Ayala, Ms. Olson is here today to take a default judgment against you. By you appearing here today, what a court is going to do is going to give both you and her an opportunity to visit about working a payment arrangement out. Do you understand that?
Una oportunidad para que usted hable con la abogada Olson y tenga una oportunidad de llegar a un acuerdo de hacer pagos. ¿Entiendes? Entonces, yes.
All right. I'm going to give you some time to be able to visit with her In just a minute, I'm going to ask her to give us some information on where, what number, who to speak with that's best to communicate so that you all can be able to visit, so that you can be on the lookout for a phone call from them, or so that you can call them directly.
Y el nombre de usted, para que le llamen a usted, o usted se comunique con ellos directamente. Okay,
I am going to take your appearance here today as a general appearance. No default will be granted today. I do need to have a phone number from you.
necesito un número.
Get a phone number from you.
956 562 2983.
2983. We have an email. All right, it seems that we also have an email for her. For purposes of Ms. Olson, what is that email?
Yes, it is
18
Raquel Ayala altogether
Raquel Ayala, which is her name altogether,
@gmail.com.
@gmail.com is her email, Ms. Olson.
Okay, thank you. We'll have a representative reach out to her.
All right, Ms. Ayala, a representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates will reach out to you to try to see if we can, if y'all can come to an agreement. I'm going to go ahead and reset this case for 4/27. That's April 27th, 2022 at 9:30 in the morning.
I'm sorry, Judge, could you repeat that date?
Yes, April 27th, 4/27 at 9:30 in the morning.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, that'll be for status.
Ver cómo vamos con el caso.
Do you have any questions,
¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Ms. Ayala?
No. No.
All right, then you are excused. We'll see you on the 27th at 9:30. All right, that takes care of our in-person. Let me go ahead and call Ms. Carmen Bocanegra. Let me see if I can find your case. Number 27, CL 204229H.
Yes, Judge. Jessica Olson-Jong on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, Ms. Bocanegra, can you unmute yourself, please? Ms. Bocanegra, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Ms. Bocanegra, you are the defendant in CL 204229H, Synchrony Bank versus Carmen Bocanegra. Are you represented by an attorney, ma'am, or are you pro se?
No. No.
Okay. And have you had any communication with any representative from Synchrony Bank?
Not from Synchrony Bank.
This case was set for a default judgment here today. By your appearance, I'm going to take your appearance here today as a general appearance, meaning that a default judgment will not be taken. It does also give you the opportunity, Ms. Bocanegra, to communicate with Ms. Olson or a representative from Synchrony Bank to see if a payment arrangement can get worked out, to see if information can be exchanged between you and them, the law firm. Ms. Olson, what is the best form of, I guess, communication or phone number, or how Ms. Bocanegra can reach someone from your office?
Sure, she can email me directly. My email address, do you have a pen ready?
Yes.
Okay, it's J Olson, JOLSEN at RSIEH.com. And you can email me directly, and I'm happy to try to work something out with you.
Okay.
All right, and that's J Olson at RSIEH.com. Perfect. All right, Ms. Bocanegra, the court's going to go ahead and also give you a reset date, and that reset date for us to come back together and see if any arrangements were made, any agreements were met or agreed to is April 27th. That's 4/27/2022 at 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have her email? Ms. Bocanegra?
Yes. jwilson@rsieh.com.
Can you repeat that?
Ms. Bocanegra, can you repeat your email so that we can give you notice?
Oh, my email?
Yes, your email.
Yeah. Okay. Jamile_cv@hotmail.com.
Perfect. We will send notice of the hearing on the 27th to that email address so you can have the Zoom link.
Okay.
All right, be in communication with Ms. Olson and her firm, please. And you're excused, Ms. Bocanegra.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next I have CL 203315H, Crown Asset Management LLC, Asset of Santander Consumer USA Inc. versus Rita Parra. Ms. Parra,
Sí.
good afternoon.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Parra, are you represented by an attorney?
Ms. Parra, ¿la representa un abogado?
No.
No.
Right. Ms. Parra, you are set today for a default judgment. Ms. Olson represents the plaintiff in this case, and she was seeking to take a default judgment against you. Your appearance here today will prevent that from happening. I do, however, need to get some information from you, specifically a phone number.
Ms. Parra, usted se encuentra aquí ante la corte hoy porque la abogada Olsen está aquí hoy para tomar un juramento en contra de usted. Pero su apariencia aquí hoy voy a aceptarla como una apariencia en general, pero voy a necesitar una información de usted, empezando con un número de teléfono.
956
956.
560
Perdón, repítalo.
560
Okay.
1236.
It's 956 560 1236.
Ajá.
All right. And a email address, if you have one.
¿Tiene un correo electrónico?
Sí.
Yes.
Rita Para
Rita Para.
65.
65
Sí.
65
arroba gmail.com.
gmail.com.
I'm going to ask that you communicate with Ms. Olson. Ms. Olson, I guess maybe if we need to have communication in Spanish, you have somebody at the firm that will help her, or maybe you can too.
Yes, Judge, we will have a Spanish speaker reach out to her to discuss settlement.
Okay, and so is your email the best email for her to communicate with you if it's in the Spanish language, or do you have a secondary email, or?
I don't have an email. I do have the number to our collections that she can call and request a Spanish speaker.
All right, and that number, please.
877-215-2552.
Mrs. Parra, the court is going to go ahead and give you that phone number so that you can reach out to them. In the meanwhile, be on the lookout for a phone call from the representatives from Crown Asset Management so that to see if an agreement can be reached.
Ms. Parra, le voy a dar ahorita un número de teléfono para que se pueda comunicar con esa compañía. Pero por mientras también estoy esperando un correo electrónico para que a ver si pueden llegar a un acuerdo con la compañía. ¿Y el número de teléfono tiene algo con que escribir?
Sí.
877-217-25.
21, ¿qué más?
215
Ajá.
y luego 25 52.
Ajá. 52.
Sí. 25 52.
Sí.
All right, the reset date that I'm going to give you is also April 27th at 9:30.
Vamos a regresar el 27 de abril a las 9:30.
We're going to send you a Zoom link to the email you provided.
Le vamos a mandar otro link por Zoom para el correo electrónico que usted nos dio.
Ajá.
And hopefully by then, there may be an agreement that's reached between you and the representatives for Crown Asset Management.
Y ojalá para entonces puedan llegar a un acuerdo usted y con la compañía de Crown Asset Management.
Ujú. Sí, está bien.
Yes, that's fine.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene alguna otra pregunta?
No, hasta ahora.
No.
All right, we'll see you on the 27th at 9:30 now.
Ok, nos vemos el 27 de abril a las 9:30.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
You're excused.
Ya se va a retirar.
Ujú.
All right, let me go ahead and call CL 204267H, Synchrony Bank versus Nancy Morales.
Hello,
Good
Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Ms. Morales.
Good afternoon.
Are you represented by an attorney, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right. And have you had any communication with any representative from Synchrony Bank?
No, sir.
Ms. Olson, is this a case that you handle?
Yes, Judge.
Ms. Morales, Ms. Olson was prepared today to seek a default judgment. Your appearance here today will prevent that from happening. And what it will do is it will help us to facilitate communication between you and Mrs. Olson and her firm, who are seeking to collect a debt that you may need more information about. And so that she can exchange that information with you, we're going to give you an email, and the email that she has provided to all English-speaking defendants is the following: JOLSEN@RSIEH.com. JOlson@RSIEH.com.
Okay.
Right now, at this time, I'm going to need some information from you as well, in
Yes,
case
sir.
some representative needs to call you, and that is a phone number. So we'll start with the phone number, please.
956-325-8242.
8242. Okay. And an email address, please.
S_Morales, MORALES at Hotmail. I'm sorry, III@hotmail.com.
All right. So it's III@hotmail.
Yes.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
then would I, just a quick question, Judge, would I email, because I actually don't know what it is for. So would I email Ms. Olson directly asking those questions, like to get the information?
Yep, you can certainly email me directly. I'm happy to discuss settlement and let you know what this account is.
Okay,
Okay. And so what we'll do is we'll reset this case also for April 27th. That's 4/27/2022 at 9:30 in the morning. That'll give you a little over a month to try to communicate with each other, see if an agreement can be reached. If not, then that announcement will be taken on the 27th at 9:30 in the morning.
okay.
Okay. Any questions, Ms. Morales?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, that'll take care of our hearing for today. We have the information we need, and we'll hopefully put both of you two in communication with each other.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are excused. Move on to number 39, CL 211267H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Nicolas Vallejo. Mr. Vallejo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Mr. Vallejo, are you represented by an attorney?
No, sir.
All right. And have you had any communication with any representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates or the company that they represent?
I've received letters, but I wasn't aware of what they were for exactly.
Okay. Mrs. Olson was prepared to take a default judgment against you here today. Your appearance will prevent that from happening. It will allow you and Mrs. Olson or her firm the opportunity to communicate with each other so that you all can discuss what is the debt, the amount, details of that, and if an agreement can be reached with respect to a payment arrangement. I'm going to give you the same email that I've been giving that I just previously gave. Please write this down. It's JOlsen@RSIEH.com. That is Ms. Olson's email.
JOlsen@RESI?
RSIEH.com.
.com.
Yes, RSIEH.com.
Alrighty.
And we will need some information from you just to make sure that we do have your information correct. Phone number, starting with the phone number, please.
956-375-5404.
75. Can you repeat the last four numbers?
5404.
5404. And an email address, because we will be coming back and we will have to give you the Zoom link information. So that email, please.
VNICK5175@gmail.com.
Can you repeat that one more time? So make sure we have it.
Got it. VNICK175@gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. Then you will be receiving the Zoom link to that email. And the reset date is going to also be April 27th. That's 4/27/2022 at 9:30 in the morning. Any questions,
Alrighty.
Mr. Vallejo?
So just a simple question. So I would speak with her directly and then try to do arrangements through her with the recovery people, or
I'll let Ms. Olson answer that question.
Yep, I'm happy to discuss that particular account with you, or if you're interested in settlement, we can certainly negotiate. Yes.
already sounds good. And when would be the best time to reach you?
Emailing, if you email me, I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm typically more responsive through email than phone since I'm in hearings, but typically I will get back to you within 24 hours.
Alrighty, sounds good. And I'm just gonna repeat it at JOlson, RSIEH.com.
J Olson, yes, at rsieh.com.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Vallejo. We'll see you on the 27th of April at 9:30, okay?
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good one. Careful.
All right, let's call number 17. Anna, I believe it's no, number 17. Paula Lopez? Eddie, but Ana Lopez is our court reporter. I don't know why you wrote that one down.
No, Judge. Oh. No, Diana.
Okay, Diana, Diana number 8.
Okay.
CL 201715H Portfolio Recovery Associates LLC versus Diana Torres. Diana, you're listed under Diana. Can you unmute yourself, please, real quick? Diana, individual who is identified under the screen name of Diana. Carlos, will you let her know in Spanish to unmute herself, please?
La persona que esté bajo el nombre de Diana, si puede encender su micrófono, por favor. Persona bajo el nombre de Diana, si puede encender su micrófono.
All right, Lena's iPad. Can Lena please unmute herself and identify her last name? Lena
Cavazos.
Cavazos. Give me 1
It's
second.
Cheryl, but it's Cheryl. It's Cheryl. I'm sorry. My real name is Cheryl.
Cheryl Cavazos?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Let me look up your case real quick.
Thank you.
I believe it's 19 on the docket, Judge.
Number 19? Number 19, yes, thank you. CL 20-4406H TD Auto Finance LLC versus Cheryl Cavazos. Ms. Cavazos, are you represented by an attorney, ma'am?
No, sir.
And Ms. Cavazos, have you communicated with any representative from TD Auto Finance about this?
Not since I turned in the car. When I called them and explained them that I was going to turn it in, and they told me just to hold it till they picked it up. And that was the last time I spoke to them.
All right. Ms. Olson is here representing TD Auto Finance. Is this a case where the car was picked up due to failure to make payments and then it was sold at an auction and then there's a default or there's a I guess, what do you call it? What's the
Yep.
best word?
Still a balance or
A
deficiency.
balance, a deficiency, yes. There's a deficiency between the amount that was owed and the amount that for which it was sold.
Mhm.
Okay, Ms. Cavazos, your appearance here today will prevent a default judgment. These are the type of cases that I really hope that you and Ms. Olson can communicate with each other, because you know, these are the ones where an individual such as yourself, you know, tries to do the right thing. They surrender the vehicle because they can't make the payments, and then unfortunately the car is sold at an auction. It's sold for pennies on the dollar, and then they try to seek recovery against you. And so I really do sympathize with some of the defendants in these type of cases, especially these cases, because, you know, the car was recovered, and, you know, things of that sort. So I really hope that that you can communicate with Ms. Olson. Ms. Olson has a long-standing reputation of being someone who can communicate with individuals and try to work out agreements that are, you know, beneficial to both parties. And so I really hope that you can communicate with her directly. The email that she has been providing us so that you can communicate with her is jolsen, JOLSEN, @rsieh.com. So please reach out to her so that you all can see if some agreement can be reached with respect to this debt or deficiency that still exists. The reset date that I'm going to give you is April 27th at 9:30, April 27th at 9:30.
Okay, thank you.
And I do need a phone number from you and an email so that we can communicate also with you, the court can.
956-270-1524. And my email address is shyryl_cvzs@yahoo.com.
CV,
ZS.
yeah, CVZS.
Yeah, it's my name with no vowels.
Okay. At what email?
Yahoo.
At
Yahoo.com.
All right, the reset date will be April 27th at 9:30, April 27th at 9:30, and you'll be receiving an email from us with a Zoom link shortly before that. So please communicate with Ms. Olson and see if something can get resolved, okay?
Okay, real quick, Judge, it was JOLSEN@rsieh.com.
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. I know we were receiving in chat from Diana who says, oh, no.
That was me asking.
Oh, got you, yes. All right, Diana, can you hear me?
And I'm not sure who it is. There is a Diana Torres.
Diana,
I'm
can
under Mary Palacios, Mary Diana Palacios. I don't know if that's, but it's a
Diana.
different case number.
Yes, let me just look for Diana. You said your name is Diana Mary Palacios?
Mary Diana Palacios.
Mary Diana Palacios.
It looks like number 36, Judge.
All right. CL 19-1026H, Portfolio Recovery Associates LLC versus Mary Palacios. Ms. Palacios, are you represented by an attorney?
No, Judge.
All right. And have you had any communication with any representative from Portfolio Recovery Associates in reference to this case?
Yes.
All right. And when was the last time you had any communication with that person?
On the 18th?
Also recently.
Yes.
All right. And is this a case where you're looking at trying to resolve something, Ms. Olson? Do you see something?
Yes, I did a settlement.
Yes, Judge, on this one, if we could, this should be resolved. If we could get it the same reset date, I believe that it will be resolved before that date.
Okay. Let me go ahead and give you the same date, Ms. Palacios. That's April the 27th. But it seems that you all are already in communication, so I will allow you all to continue to communicate and, you know, draft up the necessary paperwork, and we'll see you on the 27th, hopefully just to tie in a few loose ends, okay?
Okay. At what time?
At 9:30 in the morning. And let me just confirm with my staff that we have your email.
Yes, Judge, can we get the phone number?
Can we get a phone number from you, Ms. Palacios?
It's 956 309-5850.
All right. Then we will send you the Zoom link a day or two before the 27th, and we will see you on the 27th at 9:30.
Okay,
All right, thank you so much.
thank you.
All right. Then, Mr. Cabrera, you have maybe one or two other cases. I want to take care of your case since those will be.
I have three more, Your Honor.
Three more. And can you give me, I believe one of them is number 15.
I don't have the docket in front of me. I apologize, Your Honor. I have the case numbers. I don't have the docket in front of me. I believe they're 15, 16, 33, and 34.
Gotcha. All right, we've already taken care of number 16, so that just leaves us with number 15, 33, and 34. Let's go ahead and call those. That's CL 21-2946H, Discover Bank versus Yolanda Luna. Number 33, CL 21-3456H, Discover Bank versus Julio Mesa. Number 34, I'm sorry, number CL 21-2177H, American Express National Bank versus Jose Lupercilio, also known as Jose Lupercilio Jr. Those three names were called out. There being no response. This case being set for default judgment. You may proceed on all three cases by introducing the evidence, Mr. Cabrera.
In all of them individually, Your Honor, I'm sorry, or do I just request that you take judicial notice of all the pleadings?
Of all of them. Yeah, all of them.
Okay, I request that Your Honor take judicial notice of the pleadings in the three previous cases you just identified. There is no answer on record for any of the cases, and we believe, I believe my clients are entitled to the judgments in the pleadings for each one of them individually.
The court will go ahead and grant or take judicial notice on all three cases and grant default judgment in the three cases that were called against Yolanda Luna, Julio Mesa, and Jose Lupercilio, also known as Jose Lupercilio Jr. Your relief is granted on all three cases.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I had. May I be excused?
You're excused. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right, Ms. Olson, for the remaining cases, let me just go ahead and read those into the record. All their names have been called out here at the courtroom 3 times. There have been no response. We'll start with number 1, CL 19-1244H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Monica Maevi. CL 19-2228H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Christian Perez. CL 20-4458H, TD Auto Finance versus Jose Garcia. CL 20-2419H, Jefferson Capital System versus Carlos Sanchez and Esmeralda Cantu. CL 20-4497H, TD Auto Finance versus Heriberto Cantu. CL 20-4453H, Cascade Capital versus Marcos Valdez. CL 20-1715H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Diana Torres. CL 20-1618H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Gloria Gomez. CL 20-3507H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Nubia Ruiz. CL 20-4413H, TD Auto Finance versus Juan Ernesto Ramos Salinas. CL 20-4363H, TD Auto Finance versus Luis Romo Jr. CL 20-4396H, Cascade Capital versus Oscar Riojas. CL 20-1896H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Alfonso Lucio. CL 19-6202H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Paula Lopez. CL 20-4365H, TD Auto Finance versus Cesar Gonzalez. CL 19-1240H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Aurelio Vega. CL 19-1488H, Cascade Capital versus Maria Garza. CL 19-4560H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Hector Hinojosa. CL 19-1242H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Eddie Guevara. CL 203779H, Crown Asset Management versus Ezequiel Rubio. CL 203636H, Crown Asset Management versus Guadalupe Coronado. CL 203174H, Jefferson Capital Systems versus Enedina Olivares. CL 195325H, Cons Appliances versus Pablo Pacheco. CL 203497H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Lorena Sepulveda. CL 201647H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Ana Moreno. CL 191021H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Isabel Mendoza. CL 2268H, Jefferson Capital Systems versus Marco Ramirez. CL 202353H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Antonio de Leon Vieira. CL 202145H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Jose Mendez. CL 202129H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Rene Garza. CL 201910H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Cano Armando or Armando Cano. CL 202222H, Cascade Capital versus Nivianel Acosta. CL 200656H, US Bank National Associations versus Anabel Ovidio. CL 201943H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Jesus Ramos. And CL 190876H, Portfolio Recovery Associates versus Claudia Tapia. All these cases were called out. There being no response, the court will take judicial notice of all documents in the court's file. You may proceed, Ms. Olson.
Judge, we're ready to proceed on all except for number 10 on the court's docket, CL 203507H. On this one, Judge, we have settled. So we are just requesting to reset to the same status hearing date.
All right. Court will go ahead and reset that case for 4/27 at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge.
As to all the other cases, Ms. Olson?
I see the other cases. We do ask that the court take judicial notice of all of the filings.
The court will take judicial notice of all documents in the court's file as to each and every case that's been called out this afternoon.
Thank you, Judge. In all of these cases, the defendants have been served, and to our knowledge, an answer has not been filed. These cases are all ripe for default judgment, and at this time, the plaintiffs request that the court grant default judgment.
On all the cases that have been called here today, the court will go ahead and grant default judgment. The court will sign off on your default judgment that's been submitted to the court, Ms. Olson.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. That takes care of our docket for today.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too.